All right, here we are talking about tangent. So they asked me to graph it. All right, so I'm going to graph it between negative 2 pi and 2 pi. This is pi over 2 and pi and 3 pi over 2. And 4 tick marks on the left. I always go downhill for some reason here. Negative 2 pi, this would be negative pi over 2, negative 3 pi over 2. And I'll put 1 and negative 1. Okay? If you can't remember that tangent goes through the origin, you could do a quick little t-chart. I'm hoping at this point you kind of know what these look like, but in the case that you forget or something, this might help you to do this way. Remember that tangent is y over x, okay, y over x. So if we do a t-chart, so if you started at 0, remember it's y over x, so it would be 0 over 1, which is 0. Pi over 2, y over x would be 1 over 0, which is undefined. At pi, it's going to be 0 over negative 1, which is 0. Okay, so let's just go and put in what we have. So at 0, it will be 0. At pi over 2, it's undefined. Remember, undefined graphically means a vertical asymptote. The next one is 0. If you kept going doing this, I'm not going to keep doing my table, but when you graph tangent and cotangent, it goes in a pattern of 0, undefined, or 0 vertical asymptote, 0 vertical asymptote, and then 0, etc. So here there's 0, so next I have a vertical asymptote, then I'm going to have 0 vertical asymptote, and then I have 0. Okay? Now, tangent either looks like this, or maybe it looks like this. And if you can't remember, then do a quick check. Always check pi over 4. Between 0 and pi over 2 is pi over 4. It's right in the middle, right between 0 and pi over 2, pi over 4. Remember the coordinate there is square root of 2 over 2, square root of 2 over 2. So if I check pi over 4, remember tangent's y over x, it'll be square root of 2 over 2 divided by square root of 2 over 2. When you divide two things that are exactly the same, you just get 1. So at pi over 4, the coordinate is 1. So if I go through 0 here, that means I go up on the right and down on the left. Then everybody else just copies. Up on the right, down on the left, up on the right, down on the left, up on the right, down on the left, up on the right, down on the left. So there is our lovely picture of tangent. And then it asks, between negative 2 pi and 2 pi, where are the vertical asymptotes? So it looks like my first vertical asymptote is negative 3 pi over 2. Next is negative pi over 2. Next is positive pi over 2. And next is 3 pi over 2. Then it says, where's tangent of x undefined? Well, it's undefined there, but in general, we would say it's undefined at odd multiples of pi over 2. Because notice these are all odd numbers, Okay. And then they ask you, what is the range of tangent? Well, how low does it go? It goes to negative infinity. And how tall does it go? It goes to infinity. So there we are, all we need to know about tangent.